I'm Dr. Kristen R. Bromley. This video series, which is part of my online music academy, specifically accompanies Note Reading Book 3 from my Method book series. Like all my books, this selection is available to purchase through Amazon and Google Play. For help, see the links in the description below. In the videos which are part of this specific course, I progress through the lessons in Note Reading Book 3, explaining and demonstrating concepts and playing each of the songs and exercises contained therein, so you can hear how they sound and play them right along with me. You are of course welcome to view these videos with or without the book, but with the book you can work through all the songs and exercises, and in the process come to know the entire fretboard and master the skill of playing written notes all along the neck. Alright, let's get to jamming in this lesson. Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I am delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. This is Lesson 5 from Note Reading Book 3. So this is the video that goes with Lesson 5 in Note Reading Book 3, where we work on reading notes all along the neck. In this lesson, we're going to be working on reading in the key of C in 5th position mostly. We have just a little bit that goes down into 4th position. So right there on page 24, you can see the scale in the center of the page. So like we've done before, it's written out there. Now, you can see it from the lowest note in the position, which is actually an A, so that's step 6. But the actual root, as you can see in the diagrams on the right, is with our pinky right there at the 8th fret. And we have played and read in this position before, just with that form 2 of the major scale. So that should be familiar to us. What's being added is as we go lower, we now have the B and the A below that on that same string. So just a piece of form 1 there, as you can see on the page. And then as we go higher, we're into form 1. We've read in this position all these notes. So reading in this position should be somewhat familiar. We're only adding 2 pitches that we haven't actually practiced reading with before, but we are going to be switching back and forth between those 2 scales. So we're going to practice that a little bit together. I just demonstrated how you can practice the scale from the low end. Let's go ahead and play it together nice and slow. You got 1, 2, ready, and we have the C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, B, C. Okay. So that's the scale, and if you need to pause and go through that a little bit, that's okay. But I'm going to go ahead and go on to number 1, where we get to practice reading with that scale. So, right there, number 1 on page 24. We're going to go nice and gentle as we're just getting ourselves oriented today. So you got 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, and if that got a little fast for you, you can slow that down, but you've got that there. Now, I just want to talk just briefly about this shift. So sometimes when we're going up, I'll go 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. But there, when coming down on this part is where it gets interesting. So I can go 2, 1, and then I can have 4, 2, 4, 3, 1, 4. So I can come down 4, 2, and then shift at that 4. Sometimes though I would go 2, 1, and then reach ring finger index. Going up, I can choose to go 2, 4, 1, 2. So there's different ways. Sometimes I'll also go 2, 1, pinky index. So I just collapse my hand. 4, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4. On this third string where we go B, C, D, E, F, G. Sometimes my shifting down 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, and I slide down for 1. Sometimes when we're playing, we need to play the string that way. So it just depends on the melody and how I'll do it. So you can do it with the melody the way that needs to. And if there's a spot that trips you up, then you just work that spot until you find the best fingering. By finding the best fingering, sort of create those neurological pathways that make it, when we're sight reading, faster for our body to just be like, oh, that's the easiest way to handle that little stepwise motion or that little skip or whatever it may be that's in the melody. Okay, so I played number 1. If it was a little fast when we got to those 8th notes, if you're not quite ready for that, then you can work on that at slower tempos, or you can slow the video down and play it with me at slower tempos. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at page 25. We've got number 2, so exercise 2 with this C major scale. We're going to go 1 and 2 and about that tempo. So starting on that low C, here you go. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Okay, and I'll do number 3, same tempo. So 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Okay, so that's those, and you can work on the different parts that you need to if there's something tripping you up. Do them at various tempos. I'm going to go over though and go on to page 26 and work on some of these melodies. Melodies. That didn't come out very good, did it? So Billy Boy is the first one, number 4. It's in 2/4 time. We come in on 2 and. So I'll give us 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and we'll be in. So you got 2 and 1 and. Okay, and we'll do Kuka Zubra. So number 5. Starts on the G right there on string 4. I'm going to go ahead and start it out in 4th position because we're going up to that B right away. So you're going to have 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Okay, I'm going to do that one again a little bit faster, even though you can speed up the video and slow it down. Now that we've heard it, we'll just play it a little bit faster. So we got 1 and 2 and ready and go and. 2, 3, rest. Okay, and on to number 6. He's a jolly good fellow. This has a lot of quarter notes. We're in 3/4 time. We'll take it just a little bit faster, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here you go. I'll give us two measure counting. 1, 2, 3, ready and go. Okay, and we'll go on over to page 27 and we'll do number 7. So we got a few more of these melodies. Simple Gifts. Sounds just like that. Comes in on beat 4 in the pickup measure. I'll give us a 3-beat count in. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, and number 8, she'll be coming around the mountain, comes in on beats 3 and 4. Even though we're in cut time, you can think about it in 4/4 time, since the rhythms look that way, and we won't be playing it super fast to fill it in cut time anyway. So it's going to come in on beats 3 and 4. I'll give us 3, 4, 1, 2 in the count off, and we'll be in. Just like that. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, rest 2. 3, 4, rest 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh. And number 9, Danny Boy, comes in on beat 2. I'll give us 3, 4, 1, and we'll be in 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So here you go. 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, rest. 3, 4, rest. 3, 4, rest. 3, 4, 1, off. Okay, and we'll look at page 28. Flip on over to that and do number 10, the Big Rock Candy Mountain. So, comes in on 4 and, I'll give us a 3-beat count in and we'll catch beat 4 there. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 2, 3. Okay, and we're going back to these scale exercises. So the C major scale exercise 4, we'll do number 11. This one is in 6/8 time, so that's a little different. In 6/8 time, there are 6 eighth notes per measure, and those eighth notes are grouped into groups of 3, and those 3 eighth notes create the beat. So it's a dotted quarter note. 2 dotted quarter notes are the beat. We get this 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and of course if you play 6/8 super slow, you're going to fill each one of those eighth notes, and it's going to feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be hard to fill that in 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to fill it in 6 that way. But we're going to see these rhythms with lots of eighth notes in groups of 3, and we'll also see quarter note followed by eighth note. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. You're also going to see the opposite, eighth notes followed by quarter notes, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the groups of eighth notes. So it shouldn't be too tricky. We'll go ahead and play it, and about that tempo. So I'm going to count it off in with the 6/8 notes. So I'll count 6/8 notes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll go over and we'll switch on over to page 29 there and do number 12 and 13. I just want to mention, like I have in previous lessons, that with these last ones, it's usually around 11, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14, they're trickier on the rhythms. They've just got some tricks to them. And if you're not yet ready to read and worry about that, you can do a couple things. You can just work on the first 10, 11-ish exercises and songs in the lesson until you can read those really fast, and then just go on to the next lesson and skip them all together. You can go through them and just worry about finding the pitches and not worry about the rhythm at all. And then once you're ready to worry about the rhythm on top of it, you can do that. You can work it in small chunks, just little sections of it at a time. All those things are great things to do. This book is designed to help somebody who's never learned to read up along the neck before, as well as somebody who's kind of familiar with it but wants to get really good at it. These exercises provide opportunities to work on all the tricky little things we run into when we're reading music. So we're going to go ahead though and do number 12. So exercise 5 for the C major scale, but number 12. And this one has lots of triplets, a couple places with 16th notes. So I'll take it just a little bit slower to accommodate that. We do have the quarter note triplets in this one though. So quarter note triplets, as you know, can be a little tricky, especially if we go too slow. So I'm not going to go too slow on it, because when we get to that measure, we don't want to lose track of where those would be. So we're going to go about 1 and 2, and so 1 and 2, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, and hope that that doesn't drag us down when we get there. Okay, so we're going to go 1 and 2 and ready and go, and number 13. So this is the exercise 6 for the C major scale. Got some 16th notes in here, but no triplets. So just 8th notes and 16th notes. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and ready and go and... Okay, and so that wraps us up for this lesson. In the next lesson, which is lesson 6, we're working in 7th position, reading in the key of C. So we're going to get all these positions down, be able to read in the key of C all over the entire neck, using those scale forms that we worked in just single octaves. Now in these positions we get the partials, as you're seeing. In this one, the one we just played in, we just had 2 extra notes. Otherwise we just have the 2-octave scale. I hope you're having fun. Just keep at it. Over time it gets easier and easier. You can work these exercises at different tempos, work them up to faster tempos, the faster you can get them, especially those early ones. If these later ones are a bit overwhelming, just work on those until you feel really comfortable. If those aren't challenging, then you work on these later ones and increase the speed on those until you can rip right through them, and you'll be mastering that skill, which is a sort of an elitist skill really on guitar. The more we get reading around all over the neck, the fewer and fewer people that can do it. So congratulations on working on this. It's awesome. I'll see you in that next lesson. Keep having fun with the guitar. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For help with other guitar playing skills, check out more of my method books and the numerous lessons available as part of my online academy here on YouTube. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.